Gas installation tutorial. After opening the program, we open the sample file ArCADia Gas Installations Starting Point. This file is a clean underlay of the building, the design of which is made in the ArCADia BIM system. To preview its 3D view, we need to turn on the architectural view. We have a 3D view with transparency of the walls. If we don't want these objects to be transparent, we must turn them on. This is the building where the gas installation will be made. If you want the view to be transparent, you can click on and we will have wall transparent, so you can see the piping inside. We go to the view. We turn off the 3D preview for now, and we go to the gas tab. We insert a gas box on the ground floor of the building. We go to the project manager, in which we control on which level we will insert the given object. We choose the design options, and this is where we set the type of gas we will be using. We enter the maximum gas pressure, total pressure loss, and velocity. For example, 3 meters per second. The connections of reduction fittings, generation of four-way pieces, and angle detection precision. We go to the ground floor and insert the gas box. We set the height of the box from the floor level surface on which we are drawing. The dimensions can also be set again, as well as the type of gas. We place the gas box on the wall of the building. We can also set a low level of detail. The box was placed 50 centimeters from the bottom of the building's floor. If there is a difference between the building level and the outside terrain, then the height above the terrain needs to be recalculated. So, if we have it higher, we can change the height to, let's say, 30 centimeters from the floor level. Then it will be about 50 centimeters above the terrain. The gas box is the source point. The installation can be made from any point, or we can also place the devices in appropriate places. We can insert a gas stove in the kitchen. The receiver will be here. After inserting the gas stove, we can set its parameters, select the type of device, producer, type. We can also always use the libraries. We set the parameters, width, depth and height. The connection point of the pipe is at a height of 70 centimeters. Of course, the stove will be standing in the kitchen, and we place it with its back to the wall. At this point, if we want, we can place another receiver, for example, a gas boiler. Then we have to change the type of device. And we will connect pipelines to these devices. We set the viewing thickness of our pipeline. The height of the pipeline so that it is in the area of the rear gas box. We have the cabinet at a height of 30 centimeters, so we can make it 40 centimeters. We go through the wall to the corner. We see a connection. 1 means connection, 0 means free end. And the same with this pipeline. Let's check the height of the level we are drawing on. We are on the ground floor. The height to the level is 280 centimeters. The ceiling is 30 centimeters, so at 240 we draw a vertical pipe under the ceiling of our level. We connect the vertical pipe to the above at about 40 centimeters, but let's say that it is 0 with the height data import from the element turned on. The program will search from 0 to the nearest point of the pipeline, then the other free end under the ceiling at a height of 240 centimeters. And this is how the vertical pipe is made. Next, the horizontal pipeline. We also import the height, but here we enter the expected value greater than our top vertex, about, let's say, 345 centimeters. And what is also important, types of pipeline intersections. We have a set type. Then the user selects a pipeline, a choice from the selected catalogs, and indicates in the program manager the diameter of the pipe. And the choice from the selected catalog, this is where we can choose the type of piping. If we want to make all the pipes from the catalog, at the end, we choose the catalogs from which the pipes will be selected. We start drawing the pipeline. At a height of 70 centimeters, as the connector is defined, we place the vertical pipe and remove the unnecessary end. We can see the pipeline under the garage ceiling. We take it to the kitchen and connect with the stove. We now have the first device connected. Now we will connect the boiler. Let's assume that there will be a connection in the front of the burner. Choose a horizontal pipe at 30 centimeters from the floor. We have a connector. From the lower end, we take the geometric height and make a connection pipe to the boiler. The installation is complete. We turn on the first floor. Maybe we'll do it faster with the whole architecture option. Let's put another receiver in the bathroom, for example, a hot water boiler. We will place it at a height of 100 centimeters. Insert the boiler and set the connector so that it will be at the bottom of this device. We turn on the preview of the ground floor, including the installation, and we can extend this vertical pipeline to the higher floor so that we can supply the water heater. We go to the ground floor. Let's mark the pipeline. We will insert the riser in another place. We select the vertical pipe, insert 240 centimeters, uncheck here so that there is a free end, and after inserting, we will go to the next level. Here's the end at 240 centimeters on the ground floor. Here we go to the first floor at a height of 70 centimeters. We have gone through the ceiling, we're moving to the first floor, and we can turn off the ground floor. At this point, we have a connection to gas. We choose a pipe and the option import from element of our expected place. We're under the gas boiler. We can see what this installation looks like. We can see it from the outside, and we can also enter the building and see it from the inside. We can also turn off the architecture in the 3D view and see the installation by itself. Here you can see that we have an unconnected installation to the water boiler. We choose a vertical pipe. We choose the lower end at a height of 60 centimeters and the upper end at 100 centimeters, so that it connects to our boiler. And we have a hot water boiler connected. We will also put in a shut-off valve. On the ground floor, next to the stove, where the option Import from Element must be marked, this is where we insert the shut-off valve. In its properties, there is a fixed type. The valve will select its diameter automatically along with the selection of the diameter of the pipeline. We go to Connectors and we choose Automatically. We insert the rest of the valves. Now we need to adjust the correct pressure settings. We check the upstream pressure in the gas box. We set this to be in the main gas box. We have 1.6 at the upstream, but assume that there will be some loss, so 1.55. On the upstream, so the value on the upstream must be less than or equal to if we do not take into account additional losses. The program checks the correctness of the entered data. We need to correct the values. We select pressure for the devices. After selecting the appropriate minimum and maximum pressures, we can go to the selection of pipeline diameters. Select the project libraries from which we will choose the diameter of the pipes. It can also be taken from the global library. Maximum speed and permissible total gas pressure loss of the entire system plus automatically permissible unit gas pressure. The program chose the diameters of steel pipes accordingly. We can also correct these diameters and choose our own types. Here's the calculation path to the individual receivers, including pressure recovery. After applying these changes, the diameters will be accepted with the valves. Finally, there are auxiliary drawings. Axonometry from the gas box, including descriptions. Development of the gas system. Of course, we must remember to switch to the view. We have a connection point to a boiler and a kitchen stove. After completing the auxiliary drawings and switching to the view, we can make a list of the materials and lists of individual devices. And now we can save the finished project in a selected folder. Additionally, we can save the list of materials in a text file. This is how a gas installation in a residential building has been designed, consisting of a water heater, a gas boiler, a kitchen stove, and of course, a gas source, in this case, a gas box. We can also do all kinds of substitutions of these objects.